Worldwide, data shows that chronic diseases such as diabetes, kidney failure, and heart disease are becoming not only more prevalent, but presenting themselves in a younger age group, 35 to 45 years of age. There is need for action to change what we consume on a daily basis, but those steps have to be made across the food supply chain and will require public and private sector involvement.
We are having an increasing trend of young people, and I'm referring to people between 35 and 45 years old, which is young, already being classified to some degree of disability at the age of 45. You are disabled simply because of some complication of a cardiovascular disease. Now, those things should not be happening, especially if we as leaders know that one fundamental determinant is what we eat.
As it currently stands, Belize imports over 70% of the food we consume. A walk down a grocery store aisle would show that almost all goods are not locally made. The nutritional labels on these products are ignored by most shoppers. They are small and are oftentimes located either to the side or back of the product, where a recipe would sometimes be. And so the idea that by improving consumer knowledge to make informed choices in the consumption of daily prepackaged foods, it will help to address non-communicable diseases and obesity amongst the citizenry.
When you look at innocent children eating many foods that are extremely unhealthy, you cannot really blame them as children. Who needs to be blamed is the parents, those who are in leadership who know better and should be able to be guiding the population as to what is healthy food. There has to be a very significant level of awareness by the public in general, the consumers, and of course the importers.
It's basically to be upfront in a consumer's face that, hey, this product you're about to consume is high in fat, high in sodium, and so basically it's a warning for you that the product you're consuming may not be as healthy, and so you can make that conscious decision whether you want to consume that product or not.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness, in partnership with the Belize Bureau of Standards, has been holding consultations with the private sector to sensitize key stakeholders on a proposed CARICOM regional front-of-package nutritional labeling scheme in an effort to establish Belize's national position on it.
It's primarily on food products because the front-end package warning label, like you've mentioned, is already on a lot of food products. So it's an octagonal shape system where it identifies high fat, high sodium, and so that consumers can be conscious of these from a health perspective. And so therefore, it's for us to make a decision whether that system or that octagonal system or the red light, green light system that is being proposed by other entities within the Caribbean is the best system.
The participation this morning, we had a very good cross-section of the stakeholders. We had the private sector in full force, which is good. And that's exactly what we want because they need to be part of these discussions. They are the importers, the general public are the consumers, and we as public officers should be the regulators as to what is the quality of food, as to what should be the labeling standards for the food that we eat.
To assist Belize with determining its national position, the result of a CARICOM private sector organization impact assessment study was presented to the stakeholders. But there are serious implications to be realized through this proposal, including an increase in price for product. And so those in the private sector, including manufacturers and producers of packaged products, are critical to the process.
Our private sector, we're concerned as it relates to cost because it means that you have to place this new labeling on your existing product labels, and of course there's a cost associated with that. So our private sector, we're concerned about the cost implications of it, and of course that normally means that the consumer pays a higher price in the end. This information from today's session goes to a national mirror committee. The The Mirror Committee is made up of various stakeholders: health, agriculture, trade, private sector entities, right? And they will deliberate on the feedbacks received today, and then they will formulate a national position.
Belize's national position has to be submitted by mid-March of this year, after which the Council for Trade and Economic Development will make a decision. Duane, Moody for News 5.